The Bears made some roster moves on Saturday afternoon ahead of their Week 2 matchup against the Houston Texans on Sunday Night Football, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, and I'm a little bit excited about some of the news as well. I'm here to break it all down for you guys because we're sending positive vibes only for this upcoming Sunday night game because I want the Bears to shock the world, and I think you guys do too. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, thank you for tuning in. A big loss to the offensive side of the ball for at least the next 4 weeks, but it's not Odunze or Keenan Allen, so look at that as a positive, but a key part to the offensive line. I'm going to break that all down for you guys right now. Now, before we begin today's show, hit that like button on the video if you want the Chicago Bears to be 2-0 after the Houston Texans game. Let's get those positive vibes flowing now, along with commenting where you're watching the game from tomorrow night. I hope to see in the comments a lot of you guys are watching from Rizzo's Bar and Inn tomorrow night with me. Stay tuned for how you can still get tickets for that. And if you can't make it, no worries. Still would love to see where everyone's watching from. And hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news and notifications. It's free, folks. Let's keep the channel and community growing. Hit the subscribe button now. Let's get above 18,100 after this one. So the big loss that I want to hit on today is losing guard and center Ryan Bates to IR. So he'll be out for at least the next 4 weeks for the Chicago Bears, and I am wishing him a very speedy and healthy recovery because he is a key piece for this offensive line moving forward, depending on how this Bears team does, and we need all the depth help we can get, especially what we saw last Sunday against the Titans. A lot of banged up injuries and a lot of lingering injuries that are probably going to happen throughout the year. Bates covered both guard and center, which is obviously big because he's pretty darn good at both. That means that he could cover Nate Davis, Tevin Jenkins, Coleman, Shelton, any of those guys if any of them went down, and he'd be the next man up. But with that happening and him going on IR, we lose a guy that can cover 3 positions in one. And I am a little bit devastated by it because I was hoping the Bears were going to mix up the offensive line this upcoming week, potentially depending on how Coleman Shelton came out and started against the Houston Texans at center, because it's a big difference. And if there was a big difference, obviously you keep Ryan Bates there. And earlier this week, Matt Eberflus had a competition going on for starting right guard between Bates and Davis. So clearly Bates is impressing Bears coaches at the moment. But the big kicker out of everything is that Doug Kramer is our second center on the roster now at the moment. If Coleman Shelton, something happens to him, we have a guy that's going in that's never played against the ones in a game, has never even seen a regular season action in his career, and is also pretty injury prone. So if something happens to him, who's the next man up kind of deal? I mean, I guess Tevin could play center. I've never seen him play center, though. Karan Amagachi, maybe, which I wouldn't mind because who knows? That could be a hidden gem that ends up working out for the Bears, which he is playing this upcoming Sunday. So honestly, from a Bears offensive line depth standpoint and against a tough Houston defensive line, which is very tough. I mean, the Titans tough. The Titans were pretty tough. I'm a little bit worried about our offensive trenches. So I hope Shane Waldron has a good game plan in place for a lot of bootlegs and a lot of runs to the outside, especially with some extra blocking, because we are missing Kareem Blasingame as well. So I'm wishing Ryan Bates a very speedy recovery. I'm wishing a Kareem Blasingame a very speedy recovery, and I'm hoping the best for Doug Kramer and Coleman Shelton for this offensive line. We need a good week in the trenches, especially against this. So positive vibes only. I hope I see some in the group chat right now. PVO, positive vibes only. So Odunze and Keenan Allen are questionable entering this game, according to reports. Apparently Odunze actually is just the doctors looked at his knee. There was no further injury. It actually was in pretty good shape, according to them. And he could be playing this upcoming Sunday night. It's pretty much up to him. He did practice later in the week, so Rome said he's feeling good, and that's a big positive for the Chicago Bears. Keenan Allen still dealing with that heel injury. I hope to see him too. But the Bears made a move in order just in case one of these guys can't end up playing or both. And they brought up 6'6" wide receiver Colin Johnson to the active roster from the practice squad. The man who started the preseason with a bang of over 100 receiving yards in the Hall of Fame game, ironically, against the Houston Texans, battled hamstring and calf injuries ever since that game. I'm happy the Bears kept him on the practice squad because now we're going to need him to be big, literally, physically, and in the impact of the game this upcoming Sunday night. Rome at 6'3", Keenan Allen at 6'2". Both are questionable. You lose one of them, you still get another big target back in Johnson. So happy to see that he is back. Also, Houston's biggest defensive back is Derek Singletary Jr., who's 6'1", which is big for a DB. That's a 5-inch difference, though, along with extra arm length. Colin Johnson can have himself a day against this defensive back of the Houston Texans. And I think it'll help spread out the offense. It gives Caleb another big body target downfield or on quick routes or anything like that. So I'm hoping Roman Allen are back, but I'm not mad about this move at all. And I'm excited to see what he does again against the Houston Texans. And before we continue today's show, it is the last call to get your ticket today or tomorrow on Sunday, depending on when you're watching this, for your ticket to come to our first viewing party of the year for Sunday Night Football against the Houston Texans. We are hosting a charity viewing party for college-bound opportunities, also presented by Freshie Organic Tequila Seltzer and Authentico. We got the Windy City Productions coming. We got the Bears Shy News coming. We have a lot of other content creators coming. So if you want to meet some of them, make sure that you come out. Your ticket is $20. Scan the QR code or go to the link in the description. But it does include a margarita and a donation to a college to college-bound opportunities. So literally your $20 would have gotten you a cocktail anyway. You're now giving to a good cause and hanging out with Bears fans. So definitely hope to see you guys on Sunday night. And some other news and thoughts. Scott Daly, the Downers Grove guy that we signed to the practice squad as a long snapper, was promoted to the active roster. So he'll be playing on Sunday night as a long snapper. Rashawn Johnson and Tyler Scott haven't seen anything that they're going to be healthy scratches again for this upcoming Sunday night. Happy to see both of them being in there. I really want to see Rashawn Johnson out there. And I think Tyler Scott could also help spread out this offense a lot more. So we still got weapons out there. I'm not too worried about the guys, and you shouldn't be ever. Again, positive vibes only. And honestly, really interesting news from the Houston Texans injury standpoint. Dalton Schultz is likely to play, but still not 100% confirmed. Running back Damian Pierce, their second string running back, is questionable, along with their center Juice Scruggs. So big factor up there for Javon Dexter Sr. and Andrew Billings. Maybe some blitz up the middle. Something to keep in mind when you're watching this upcoming Houston game. And I hope that those guys have speedy recoveries, but maybe after this Bears game. But guys, bear down. It is going to be a great game this Sunday night. I know a lot of people are nervous about it. I love seeing your guys' score predictions of everyone, the Bears beating the Texans. Because if the Bears win this game, which I think they have a legitimate shot to, if the defense does what they did against the Titans, also that'll shut a lot of people up that, oh, it's Will Levis. No, I want to see the fact that this defense can do it again. If the defense can stop them, Torrey Taylor can boom it, DeAndre Carter can return, and this offense can do any better than they did against the Titans, Bears are going to win this game, guys. I'm excited about it. I'm going 24-20. Bears are going to win this game. Go 2-0. And again, like this video if you want the Bears to go 2-0, along with commenting where you're watching from. Again, I hope to see you guys at Rizzo's Bar and Inn. And if you can't go, guys, if you still want to donate and help, you can still buy a ticket today. I would love for you guys to be involved because it's going to a great cause, helping first-generation college students. So if you can't come but still want to help donate, go to the link in the description, get your ticket today and buy a ticket. But I wish to hope to see as many of you there as possible. But guys, with that, thank you, as always, for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. Have a great Saturday night. If you decide to drink, please don't drive. Get an Uber and make smart decisions. But with that, thank you, as always, for tuning in this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Brody, and as always, bear down, baby.